Well, if you've never been and you're curious like I was about what Death by X Former Sculpt Pilates class looks like, here's the inside scoop so you can get prepared before you show up there. We start by doing these pulsating breaths for 3 entire minutes, which is honestly a lot harder than it looks. The absolute hardest part, in my opinion, is the first 15-minute core block that absolutely destroys my life. We started out with burpees, which are obviously hard enough, but then my instructor decides to make us add a push-up at the bottom of that too. And then for 10 more minutes after that, we're staying in a sequence where we're in a plank the entire time. As a girly who comes from a long distance running and a lifting background, I in my mind am really just trying to mentally push through until I can get to the cardio burst and the leg sequences, because those are where I thrive, can actually breathe, and don't have to dissociate in order to keep myself pushing through this core block right here that is still literally going. As if that wasn't enough, my queen Alexandra then literally tells me, Kelly, get up on your toes and do hip dips for 30 seconds to finish this core block. And now finally we've made it to our leg block, which is the part that I love. I enjoy this part because I have really good lower body muscular endurance from my training background, but do not get it twisted, babe, because as soon as you think it's over, your instructor is then going to look at you and say, okay, hold this position in an isometric hold and pulse. And then she's going to say you have 6 more seconds, but actually each second is 3 seconds, so it ends up being 18 seconds. And then you're finally going to think it's over, and she's going to look back at you and go, okay, now back to full range, babe. One of my favorite Pilates moves is doing the little inner thigh pulls. I really honestly don't know what they're called, but I do the adduction machine so much at the gym that I'm always prepared for this, so it makes me feel strong. And then I immediately feel weak again whenever I'm humbled by teaser, because this one is so freaking hard. One of the things I really love about the Sculpt Pilates class is that in between blocks we have cardio sessions too, which is something that really keeps your heart rate up and works up a sweat. My sweat was literally dripping on these machines and I had to use 2 wipes. And I'm pretty sure my girlie saw it, because usually they leave me 1 wipe at the end of class, but this time I got 2, and she knew I needed those extra wipes because that sweat was flowing. Usually the most common cardio bursts that we do are burpees on the back of the machine or step up knee drives, and then we match those with some jumping jacks. And then sometimes if things get a little bit crazy, we'll do some mountain climbers too. Things were getting hot and steamy by the time we got to our arm block in this class, so I had to pull off that yellow shirt because the sweat stains were not cute. We were working on a lot of lats here, and honestly, when I do upper body in Pilates, I'm pushing till failure every single time because this resistance is heavy, which is something I've really been loving. And honestly, it makes me feel like I'm getting more arm work in because I only do 1 upper body strength training session per week with how my split looks with running right now. And if you've never been to a Pilates class, the one thing that they're going to do is ruin you with the very last move of class. And today, our girlie decided to do army crawls. Wait for it. Here it is. Crawling back and forth on this reformer and pushing the freaking thing out. Oh my gosh.